Hey, what's up everybody, it's your boy Lou Streets. I'm back with another segment of LS Vision, and in today's video what we're going to be focusing on is how to enable the Chroma key through your Elgato game capture software on the Mac. I know to some people this topic may seem a bit dated, but the reason I'm doing it is because when I was trying to get my gamer content channel off the ground, a lot of the setbacks I would run into was based on the fact that I'm using Mac and I'm not using PC, because Mac doesn't really allow third-party apps to have access to all of their features. I'm not here to debate which one is better. As far as the Mac versus the PC, I'm a Mac user is what I prefer, and it seems like whenever I try to find solutions to any of the problem I was running into, I would always seem to find 90% of my information for the PC with features that I didn't have anyway, so it was always useless. So I decided that when I did get my shit up and running, that I would actually come back and do like a how-to series just to show you like visual demonstration of how I do some of the things to give you the quality presentation that you see on LSV. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the video. I'm going to try to keep this short but detailed enough so you can follow it. As a quick reminder, if you guys do enjoy the video, please hit the like button for me. Also, if you enjoy the overall content on the channel as well as your host, me, your boy Louie here on LS Vision, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button for me, and also hit the bell so you can get a notification and alert every time that I upload something new. So now with that being said, let's go ahead and get that out the way and jump into the actual point of the video, which is setting up this Chroma key. Okay, so first things first, let's see. Let's go to edit scenes. You're gonna have to go to edit scenes so you can actually enable the Chroma key. So I want to go to edit scenes, go over here and push my overlay back, which is my Lou Streets banner at the bottom. So let's go ahead and push that back, and then you're gonna look right here at this icon. It's like a face. That's where your Chroma key enabler is gonna be. So you're gonna click that, and you see enable Chroma key comes on up. So then you want to click to enable that, and as you see the screen kind of changes some, it's because that's basically like trying to show that the Chroma key is enabled. Now we gotta configure it. So the first thing I'm going to do is go over here and take a look. So if you look at U would just be pretty much the color that we're cutting out. So I can move this all over the place to make it blue to red, but we're going to keep it right here at green, because that's pretty much the color of the green screen. You want it to match that. Obviously I don't have on any green, so when I cut out green, it's going to take out that while keeping me in. The tolerance is pretty much saying that there's no visibility all the way to full invisibility. So we're going to bring this back over here. I want to slide this inward until the green disappears. So now that the green is gone, I want to keep the edges pretty soft. Another thing is brightness threshold. As you can see, if I bring this up, it'll bring the green back in. So if I bring it down, it's just pretty much like trying to get rid of the shadows. Another tip is that you want to kind of have your light angle down on you. So if I was to raise my hand up, you see the shadow behind me is visible underneath this portion of my right arm. So it's like when you have the light angle down on you, your shadow can kind of be hidden. So when I put my arm down, boom, it's not in the way. So I take my brightness threshold, move it over to about, let's move around. So if I was to turn, you can see over here. So let me just bring that down until it's pretty much off the screen. So now we have that off the screen. Saturation threshold, let's move that up and down and see what that does. So as you can see, if I move it all the way to the left, you can kind of see on my right side, which would be you guys' left, there's like kind of a flicker effect. So you want to kind of get that to a point where it's not doing that at all. If you move it too far to the right, then it'll pretty much cancel this out. So you don't want it to do that at all. So let's put this back in the middle. And then the next thing that you want to do is come over here and slide down the crop. And the point of doing that is so when I bring this out, it'll just be me as a cutout. So you're pretty much cutting out any part that the green screen doesn't cover. So go ahead and move this on down, press done. Now if I was to go ahead and move this back again, take off ending edit, and boom, now you can see my Xbox is right behind me. If you still lift your arm up, like I said, you got the shadow situation, but I mean that really hardly ever comes up on my camera, so that's really not that important. If I wanted to move this to the back and go ahead and downsize this in any way, my camera, it'll make it easier to see more of the screen, you know? So you could easily drag this around, just get this out the way, push it on back, or bring this back rather, pressing the wrong button. Bring this on back, turn off edit scenes, and boom, and now you're looking at my Xbox dashboard. So that's pretty much how you should do it. It's not that difficult. Like I said, you just gotta play around with some of the settings in the configuration. Let me open that back up. So the main things you want to do, I'm going to give you guys just kind of a visual glimpse. This is kind of like the balance you want. So you want the U with your green, tolerance roughly around like 30%, soft edges, so that pretty much makes it where you can kind of blend in versus having like hard little pixelation around you. Have your brightness threshold This is pretty much up to you and what you like. Personally, I feel like you should just put it around like 25-30%. That might be more like 15 to 20% just to keep the shadows off. And then the saturation threshold is cool because if you push it too far, then you get all this pixelation. Like if you look at my microphone right here, when I put it on that, you can see like the pixelation on the mic. So you bring that back toward the middle, roughly around 20%, and you will see it disappear and everything looks a little more solid and a little more well put together. So this is the one that I actually use. I'm going to show you what mine tends to look like whenever I am doing any video game recording. So let me go ahead and push this onto the back in the editing. This is typically what I run right here. So this is one of my different scenes. You can see I kind of have everything cut off and down to the side. You can see a large portion of the screen but still see me clearly. If I wanted to do any streaming, you bring this on up. Well, come on, pop on up. Where's my overlay for it? And I'll show you what the edit scene looks like on that as well. So if I was to bring up my edit scenes, boom, you can see I got a box up top. So this is my follower alert count. This is my activity list over here. This box is my Streamlabs alert. So if I was to cancel the editing and just bring it back to the normal, you will see it up there. And then like prime example, I go over to Streamlabs, hit a test follow, and you will see it pop up right there. Same thing with if I did a test subscription, and what you see is just that box where my overlay is. So I mean, this is pretty much how you set it up. It's not that difficult. It doesn't take a lot of time. Just a little bit of trial and error as far as some of those things I showed you. Once again, just for a review, I'll go back into this one more time and open it up just so you guys can kind of see like a decent illustration of where it should be. And then I'll let you guys take a mental snapshot of that and you can play around from there. So look at the configuration. Again, we have the U on green because that's the color of my screen. Got the tolerance roughly around what you would say maybe would be, if we're saying the left is 0% and the right is 100%, that's roughly about maybe 20%. Soften edges all the way down to 0. Brightness threshold right here, I want that around 15 to 20%, and then saturation threshold usually around what would be maybe 30 to 40% in that area. You can just kind of play with it and do like a little bit of trial and error, but it doesn't take long to set up. It looks beautiful when it's done. So I hope that helps. In the comments, if you have any other questions or any other complications that you run into, let me know. But that'll pretty much do it for this video. It is your boy Lou Streets. Make sure that you hit subscribe and hit the like button if you did enjoy the video. Let me know if you guys have any other questions as far as what you want to have going forward content wise when it comes to creating and getting some tips as far as how to use your Elgato gaming software with the Mac. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.